Hey guys, welcome to the TE tutorial video for understanding forex mechanics and how you can learn forex flows and help you get a grasp on the market and make consistent profits. So we're gonna cover a lot of topics today. So let's switch to it. Okay. So the topics we're gonna cover today are first trader evolution, then we got the trade logic, we got managing risk, we got the challenge, and we got the benefits, and one more. So like I'm gonna go, overall what I'm going to discuss on each topic. So in T, you can expect like I will explain why T and its basic functionalities. For trade logic, like what we are, how we like enter the market and manage our trades and the criteria, to enter and how we are going to do it. In the managing risk, how we're going to control the DD here. Like that's the main topic here. Like it's a very important topic actually, because the thing we trade here, like buy low sell high, it has a drawdown like issue. Many people go in a lot of drawdown and like they get killed. So I'm gonna explain how to avoid and all on this topic here. We got the challenge here. So like it's about following what I'm gonna explain here, like at least for 2 weeks and following the rules and yeah, ultimately becoming profitable because it will help you a lot. Then the benefits, there are lots of benefits which I'm gonna explain in depth, and then we have the common pitfalls here. So yeah, that's I already talked about, like people take a lot of DD and they get killed, and that's the issue we face generally. So yeah, there's lots of stuff I'm gonna discuss around this. So let's start from trader evolution. I'm gonna switch to it. Wait a second. Okay. So we have the T window here, guys. Like, so let's start from how we can choose pair here. So it's so simple. We can go here. We can like go for Euro USD, and then we can get Euro USD here. So one thing to note here is like GBP. Let's say we are going for GBP AUD. So what's gonna happen? We're gonna get two GBP AUD. One is GBP.AUD and the other GBP AUD. So the difference is simple. This GBP.AUD is for netting. Basically, it does you can't hedge in here, and in this GBP AUD we can hedge. So we're gonna use the one without the dots. Same goes for everything, like, even for GBP and Z and all. Like everyone. So yeah, that's how we can change our pairs. We can then is a time frame here. We can change the time frame. By default, we won't have the 1 minute time frame here, but we will need that. Okay, so we're gonna go for edit. Then we're gonna go on the aggregation. We can choose time here, minutes, and then go for one and apply. So what will happen? Like we'll get a 1 minute time frame here. So yeah, that's how we can get it. We're gonna switch to it when we are going to use it. Then here we can choose the candle types and stuff, bar line and all. This is the so here we like this thing is like how much historical data we're gonna see. Like it is a lot of historical data, right? Charts. So we can limit it to like 1 month. So if we're gonna limit it to 1 month, what we're gonna have is like we'll only see 1 minute of back data. So let it load. Actually, it's taking a lot of time, but yeah. So you can see we are only having like 1 month of data. That's it. We don't have anything before that. To increase that, we gotta choose 6 month or a year or something like that. So these three are like the main stuff here. Then we're gonna go to the terminal actually. So for the terminal, we're gonna use the grid option. Grid, and we also need to add indicators. So where was it actually? I forgot. Okay, it was in tools maybe now. It should be in terminal actually. Never mind, I will discuss it later actually. So next tool is like mouse trading and chart order entry. So what it does is like first I will start from the chart order entry. So whenever we we wanna enter on market, so we're gonna use this option here, chart order entry. And we're gonna set our lots here, these two GTC, so that our orders doesn't expire. Then the TPSL, we won't use the SL, so I'm not gonna turn it on, only the TP. So this 500 here is more like 50 pips. And then we can sell market, buy market. If I click it, there will be order on market. Same goes for the sale. So yeah, that's what we're gonna use on this. Then we go into the mouse trading, we can enable disable like this. So if it is enabled, when we hover our mouse on the chart, we can see buy stop sell limit written, right? We can change the lot size, same goes for GTC. So mouse trading is like fairly easy. So let's say the price is here right now, and if we wanna place sell stops, so we're gonna go below the price and we're gonna right click. For buy stop, we're gonna go above the price and press left click. And for limits, same thing. We're gonna go below the price, we'll get the buy limit, and we go above the price, we got the sell limit. So yeah, it's fairly simple. I will show you. So let's say we wanna place some sell limits here. Like I will place like this. You can already see that, right? I can close this by clicking on this, click on this, close, close. Same goes for the buy limit. So I have like set 500 ticks of TP, that is 50 pips. So let's say I put a sell limit here. So see, there's a sell limit and I already got the 50 pips TP here automatically. So these are the reason we are gonna use T. Like in MT4, it's not easy. We gotta modify and like it simply takes a lot of time. We can also like click this and adjust our stop losses like this. And we got the stop loss. We can cut this, we can close this. Same thing. Like it's fairly easy. It takes less time and like it's very efficient. That's why I'm gonna use T. Okay. So yeah, that's the basic stuff here. We also need to use indicators. Like I use like a moving average of 1825 and 1000. It's like kind of decent for scalping and stuff, but it depends on you. If you really want, you can add it. So it was like I don't know where it gone actually. I will come back to come back later on it. So the next option we gonna use is this tab here. So we have working orders, filled orders, position balance, and position. So working orders are more like the limits we have placed on the charts. So we have lots of limit here, right? So basically it will be displayed here. We can cancel, we can remove from here. It's that simple. Then the filled orders, it's more like the closed order account history in the MT4. So whatever order have been closed, it will be displayed here. Like so, the T is like little bit different here. So we have a commission. We have a different rate for commission and different for the orders we close. So yeah. So what matters is the net profit loss here. That's what it matters, not the gross. Gross doesn't count the commission. Net is like when commission is included basically. Then we go on the position balance. So it's a really important tab here. Like we need to use it a lot. So what it shows us like basically how many pairs we are exposed to, how many lots, and how many profit and loss is happening. So we can like monitor this and we can always count and keep the lots in check, right? So let's say this is a 50K account. We wanna keep in check. Like we don't wanna go above one lot. So we can always keep coming here and like say, okay, our total are like almost 0.2, 0.3 lots. It's not above one lot. So it's a really good tool we need to use like always. Then we have the positions here. This is the open positions. What is like open, and so if we wanna close here like certain position, we can do it whenever in profit. So yeah, that's the four important thing here we're gonna use. Mainly is the position balance, position, and field order. These three are the most important. So let's go to something else. Okay. So I want to discuss this grid. We're gonna go to terminal and then we're gonna go to grid. So what will happen when we click on grid? We'll get a grid like this. We'll get a 4 by 4 grid. We can change the size here like this, but we're gonna use the 4 by 4 actually. So what's the you know why why are we using the 4 by 4? Why not 6 by 6 or something like that? So generally, like when we are trading, we should like start from like 2 to 4 pairs. Like 1 or 2 pair is also even fine. You can master that, and we can move on some other pairs. But I'm gonna use like 4 pair because it feels good. So we're gonna simply do is change the pairs to like 4 different pairs. And why is that? The simple reason is we want to add 4 different pair which are not correlated to each other. And the reason is simple. So whatever equity we have, what we're gonna do is like we're gonna diversify our equity. So let's say we have like euro, we have the GBP here, we have the gold here, we also have the GBP. So we can change this to New Zealand or something else. So what will happen? Like let's say euro goes down. So there is a like very less chance. Like there's a news and euro goes heavily down like 400 pips, 300 pips, something like that. So what will happen if euro goes down? It's not like necessary that GBP is gonna go down to or like gold. Like they won't correlate with each other. And your DD won't some simply go from like minus $100 to minus 10 or like 3,000, 2,000, something like that. So it's basically to avoid large amount of DD and make consistent profits. Even something weird happens, we will be safe. Our DD will be in check. So yeah, basically to control DD and to diversify our equity, we are gonna use four different pairs which are not correlated to each other. So yeah, so we're gonna put it to 1 minute, and this doesn't matter actually. We can go for 1 day, 5 day, it doesn't matter much. So the moving average I'm gonna use here like is like 1825 mostly. That's like important one here. So yeah, that's all we need to set up in our TE. So let's move on to our next topic. So basically I've covered data evolution, like basic stuff which you need to use. If you guys have any problem, you can ask in the comments. I will explain it. So we have the next topic, trade logic. How we enter and manage trades and the daily routine. So I'm gonna switch to TE again actually. So the logic is simple here. We're gonna buy low, sell high. But how gonna enter the market? So let's say I'm mostly focusing on the long term, long term analysis. So let's say we have the 4 hour or we have the daily here. So one of the ways to analyze the market, like using the long term supply demand, is currency strength, there's histograms like OSMA and all. There are multiple stuff. But I'm gonna only show the supply demand here. Like it's basic, it's easy, it works, and it's good. So let's say we have a daily demand here, right, guys? Daily demand, and the daily supply is around here. So it's simple. Okay, the price is here. I'm gonna add this chart to my grid here. Let's say I added GPNZ because it's in a daily supply and I know the bias here. It's a simple long. So I got a long-term direction here, right? So what we wanna do is we're gonna get a long-term direction for whatever pairs we are choosing, and we want four different pairs which are not correlated. So we got a GPNZ. Let's go to Euro USD. So Euro USD same thing here. Like we have a daily chart. The supply is here. The demand is here. We are in the demand. Again, same thing. We need to buy this. So you can write it down in a paper or somewhere else, like whatever pair and their long-term direction. We can use currency strength too. But yeah, supply and demand is easy. Then we have what pair? I've also added gold actually. Let's go to the gold daily. So yeah, so we have the supply here. The demand is more of here. So we are more in the between actually. So what we're gonna do is generally avoid the middle, right? We don't want to fiddle in the middle. We only want to trade the tops and bottom, like the edge parts, not the middle. So what I'm gonna do today is I might avoid gold for today actually. I want trade gold a lot. So let's go to something else, like let's say GBP USD. I love this pair, So yeah, GBP is the same thing. We have the supply here, we have the demand here on the daily. So we have the long-term direction here. You can also use patterns like this, the double bottom here. So it's a good buy, a lot of stuff to analyze the long-term direction. So basically we have three pairs right now. We have Euro USD, we have GBP USD, we have the GPNZ, and we have the direction the long-term direction, right? I will basically avoid gold for now. I won't fiddle a lot. So yeah, let's say we have almost three pairs for today that we are going to trade. So that will take like mostly hardly 5 minutes a day. So what we are gonna do is simple. So let's say Euro USD is like this, okay? The price is falling down. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna file the demand area because we're gonna buy, right? To see the 1 minute chart, we're gonna look for demands. Okay, we have one demand here, one demand here, one demand. This is a common demand. Okay, I'm gonna place one more order here, one order here, one order here. So there is some gap to it, right? And the lot size is 0.03, which is very less on a 50K account. So I'm gonna live on this. I have already have a 8 pips take profit. So what will happen when price reaches here? It goes up. Some I will place like this to take profits in a great fashion. So when price goes down and up, at least half of the orders will be taken out in profit. Some will remain. I will keep some for the long term also. So basically we have to accumulate counter trend here, like in the direction of the long term. Same I'm doing for GBP I have bought here, bought here, bought here, and I already have limits here. Placed like this, like this. Win. Same thing for the GBP I have already placed limits like this. I have almost 11 pips take profit on this. It depends on the pair, like in forex pair you can have like 8 to 20 pips of take profit and something around that. Depends on the volatility and stuff. So GBP NZ like gives more pips on average. So I'm going for 11 pips on this 10, on this 8. Depends on the range and stuff. So yeah. So what I'm gonna do is like I place my limits here and I'm simply gonna come like 2 3 hours. I'm gonna leave this here like for 4 hours, 5 hours. Maybe I will come to around NY New York open. And then what I will see is simple. So what will happen is like I'm gonna go to the filled orders here, check my take profit. So what will happen? You will have a lots of order in profit here, but you will also have drawdown here. So what the key is here is like simple. We're gonna daily analyze a chart like this, with the supply with the demand. We have the long-term direction. We're gonna place our limits like this on the demand level. If we are buying and selling, then the supply levels. Here the demand there I have placed like in a great fashion a lot of orders. Whenever it goes down, it comes up. Half of the orders will be taken out in profit. So let's say we come in the New York session. Now what will happen? Like today is like more like $5 net. It is Monday, so yeah, we can't hope for much. While like by New York, we'll have this like around 50 to $100 around, and we'll also have like some DD around this area. Where it gone? We'll have like I don't know 100 to 100 DD. So the key is simple. I'm using like 0.03 lot on a 50k account, and I'm capping the lots to like something like 1 to 2 lots. Okay, okay. I'm not gonna go over 2 lots. That's my maximum. And how you can define that, I will talk that about in managing risk. So that's a simple daily routine you guys can follow. Analyze the supply demand, get a long-term direction, go to the grid chart, place the limits around the demand area if it's long, and then just leave it. Maybe come in like few hours, check it if some got hit, take out for profit, place another limit. That's it. Nothing else. We don't need to do anything else. So we have now the next topic, managing risk. So this is a like very important topic here, like how we can manage risk. Like because when I started like first without using stop loss and I was accumulating counter trade and stuff, I had to get like killed a lot of ton. Like let's say I'm trading $100 account, I used to have like $30, $40, like basically half the account was in TD and I used to get killed. So the key was like simple. If I risk my lots according to my capital, like let's say we have $100 account, then we're gonna cap the lots to 0.01 lot. So let's say if you have $1,000 account, that will be like how much? 0.1 lots for $10,000 one lot, and for a 50k we are going to use like 5 lots. But I'm gonna decrease the risk even to even half of that. Like that will be like 2.5 lots for 50k, and I'm going for max 2 lots. So what happens like when we go for 2 lots, what will happen? Sometime price stretches. You can't okay, I'm going for 2 lots and I will take 2 lots of DD and I can expect okay, I will go in 200 pips out order, 100 pips out order. We don't know that like, but we do know that like if price is going for like 400 pips down and we are entering, we can expect it. It won't go for like another 1000 pips or 800 pips or even 500 pips. We can expect that, right? Okay, if it has gone for 500 pips, it has to come back up. So we can manage our risk through capping our lot sizes to our balance, and also by keeping our interest good. So I'm gonna show you how I manage risk here on this account here. We have this is a 50k account. I started with 50k. Okay, I think it has been around a month of this account. So my target is simple. So max I went was like around 1.2 lots on this account. That was the max. Can I show you? I don't think I can show that yet. So this today is Monday and the lot is like how much? 0.2, 0.3, like just like 0.4 lot. So by the weekend, this will be more than around like it will be around more like 1.2 lot or something because market will move a lot. So what I'm doing is I'm simply capping my lots around 1.5 lots, around that, below it. So what happens is my even like price stretches a lot, I get good discount, I enter more, and hardly I go for like 1.6, 1.8 lots. So 1.8 lots of risk on a 50k account is like very less, and I almost make like $200 per day on this account on like on daily, and the risk is like nothing. So now I already have like how much 2200 in extra equity. So what I'm gonna do is here is like simply I'm gonna risk my equity here, like, extra $2,000 which I made the bank profits. I'm gonna risk this too also to increase my profit. So the managing risk was simple, I'm capping my lot size to my balance. So the next topic is like I'm also risking the bank profits to make more profits. So what happened, like if there's a 50K account, I never go below like 49,000. Max was like $1,000 of drawdown. And the reason was simple. I went slow at first. Made a buffer of like $1,000, and then I went more risk, and then I made it like $2,000, and then I will risk this $2,000. I will make like three, four, like, and so on. So my main goal is like risking my bank profits and not letting you know the equity slide from what I've deposited. So yeah, that's like everything on managing risk actually. That's it. So the challenge is actually, so why I did like write this actually is simple. Like lots of people, like when go into the market, they stop going for counter trend, buying orders, they stack orders, they, make some profit, later they blow it out. So the key here, like key here is like simple, we need to like make consistent profit. That's all we want. So this is a like simple 2 weeks routine we gotta follow, and the rules are simple. No over leveraging, no placing orders, like only placing orders small and wide, and always placing in the long term direction. So what I'm doing here is like you can already see that I'm putting buy orders. Like you can see there's like 3 4 pip space. You can go for more, but my lot size is small. It's like 0.03 lot. So I can have this space, and there are lots of order. Wide and small orders, lots of order, and every single order is in the long term direction. So even if I get caught, it's fine because I know in the long term it's gonna come back, right? That's the main motive here, and that's how I control the risk, and basically, yeah, that's it. So you gotta do the same thing. Open the chart daily, analyze 2 3 markets which you wanna trade, and find the supply and demand. Get your direction, daily direction, and then trade in that direction. When the price goes in to the middle like gold, just leave it alone. When it comes to the extremes, we gotta trade. So the benefits I'm gonna talk about, what are the benefits actually of doing this. So first of all, like in the last like this month, this account I'm trading, I'm mostly spending like 20 minutes. Maybe there are some days I'm spending like 30 40 minutes where I'm bored because I don't have much to do actually. So yeah, so it's fun to make profit, but at least if you give like 20 minutes a day, you'll make a lot of profit, like really good, like at least 1% a day, 0.5 to 1% a day. You can easily make that if you're a smart with your entries, and you're just peeling off profits. Then the next benefit here we have like understanding the flow of the market and getting a feel of it. So once you start doing what I'm doing here, like just you start doing it blindly, like just do it for 3 to 4 days. You will understand how the market flows actually. You'll understand where the pile of orders are, where a big wall of orders are, where price will flip, and you will like slowly understand all those stuffs. Then the next is like understanding the benefit of having tight take profit and no stop loss. So it was the tight take profit which made me a lot of top profit here actually. You can see I am already like banking 2 3 $1 on average, like just like 5 pips or something like that, even less sometimes, because what happens, like we are like our main goal is like banking as much pips we can on the moves. So let's say we have a like ranging market like this, 1 2 3 4. If we are like buying and holding, what will happen? Sometimes price goes up, flip halfway, and our TSL get hits if we are using a TSL, and we won't get a lot of profit. But we have let's say we have a tight take profit, so we can get like two take profit, two, like something like that in a great fashion. So what we're gonna have is like we're gonna get paid for every move here, like small move for like how can I explain this? Like let me think in a better way actually. So let's say our main goal is like making 2 pips 100 times a day. That was like more like 200 pips. But if we are gonna wait like okay, I'm gonna make 200 pips a day. I'm gonna only place 4 trades, which will bank me like 50 pips a trade, and that will make me 400. But in reality, when you're going to trade, you're not getting going to get like 50 pips trade every now and then. It's like really hard actually. It will take time, price will come back and forth, like it will do a lot of ranging and stuff. So basically, the point here is like, we're gonna make use of the ranging market here and like bank 2 pips 100 times, which is quite easy. Like it's not hard actually. If you once if you start doing it, it will be really fucking easy. Like yeah. So the next we have here is like, let me switch to the tab. Okay. So now we have is like gaining confidence. So after you do this, like counter trend accumulation in the long term direction with tight take profits, you will get a lot of confidence because you will be banking a lot of profit here, like in very less time, and you will be like you will be doing consistently, and also like what can I say, like the DD will be in check, and basically you won't have to put effort here. Like everything will basically flow. Make small profits consistently, and that will give you a lot of confidence actually. And if you go trading to live or something else, your performance will basically increase a lot. Then we have is like getting filter trades with good entries. So yeah, so I also use this account to filter trades for my live accounts actually. So let's say I'm gonna give you an example here. Okay, so let's say I'm gonna buy GPNZ here. Okay, I'm buying. I'm like okay, I have a lot of dot on this orders here. So if I'm gonna trade onto my live, I'm gonna okay, this is a good spot. I'm gonna buy here. I'm gonna switch to my live account. I'm gonna buy this because I know it's a good spot here. Like same goes for this like this. It's more of a like tactical thing. Once you start doing, you will like know okay, I have bought a lot of orders now. Now the price is so low. This is a really good price. This is a good, really good discount. I'm gonna buy it. So you're gonna switch to your live and gonna buy, and actually it will be a like really good entry. But if you're only trading your like live account, what will happen? Like you're gonna buy somewhere around here, maybe here, even here, and you won't get a good entry. But if you filter your trades on this account on a demo T and then go to your live, your vintage will be like quite better actually. Okay, then the next topic we have is common pitfalls. So yeah, I already said like when I started out, I almost blew my account. Like I blew a lot of accounts actually when I started out. I used to make profits too actually. I used to make like 200%, 300%, something like that. Then at the month end, it was to go like blow actually. So the main like main thing was like DD. I used to take a lot of DD, and when price start to go against me aggressively, I used to get killed. That's it. So they're simple steps which you guys can try to avoid it basically. So first is like no over leveraging and capping the lots. I already talked about this, $100 per 0.01 lot, or even less than that, because right now I'm trading a prop firm account, right? And I have a 5% DD limit. So basically we can buy like 0.05 lots of normal currency on a $1,000 account. That is like half of what I'm talking about. That is basically 200 lot, sorry, $200 per 0.01 lot. That is quite less. That is helping me, control the DD and make consistent profits actually. And also to, build a buffer before increasing the lot size. Let's say this is our cap 0.05 lot, 0.05 lot, okay? We wanna step it up to like 0.08. So what we're gonna do, like let's make a small buffer on $1,000 account, like 20, $30, and then we can take that risk and risk our bank profit to basically, go for high risk, high reward. Then we have is like being smart with the entries and keeping in touch with the long-term supply demand. So the daily analysis which we did here, I'm gonna show you like this on the GP and that okay, we have the supply, we have the demand, sorry, demand and supply here. We have the long-term direction. So we gotta keep in touch, whenever we are trading on the 1 minute, we're gonna know like okay, the daily is in the direction of long, so we only gonna go long, no short, nothing else. So yeah, and then the last, always follow the rule wide and small. So if we so it's like simply already so that what is wide and small here on the 1 minute. So lots of water wide and small. So 0.03 lot is like very, very, very less. So my gap is also not like a lot. I'm putting small gap of 2 3 pips and then going like that. So you can like adjust this according to yourself. You can make 20 30 pips of space, more lots, but it's the same thing. It's all about managing risk here. Okay, so yeah, that's it. Like, guys, like, I don't know how. Like, this is my first video actually. I thought making it. So I think I covered everything. I think. So yeah, thanks for watching it, guys. Like, if you guys have any questions, anything, like, just mention in the comment section. I will like watch it. I will reply to you guys and probably make another video if you guys have a lot of confusion. So yeah, thanks guys. Thanks for watching.